Hi there. In this quick video we'll be taking a look at this PARKSIDE Plastic Hammer from Lidl or Kaufland. So I bought this thingy because depending on what you are working on, you might want a hammer that's just a tiny bit softer than what you are trying to hammer down or hammer in, to not leave any marks. Had no idea that this basically has some lead probably or some other type of metal inside of it to weigh it down a little bit, but yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. Total length 32 centimeters, head weight 235 grams. You can see it here. Handle made of hickory wood, which is nice. This is metal and this is obviously plastic. So if you want any other info, here it is. Oh yeah, I bump into the camera. That's really freaking professional. Anyway, let's get rid of this thing. Doesn't it break? Starting to use plastic ones that don't really break. Be back in a second. Under the label we have a bit of info about the manufacturer itself, and honestly there's not much to it. I'm just going to start to use it and get back to you after I use it, because what can I test this on? I need to see if it works properly on something. And yeah, my PARKSIDE hammer collection might have gotten a bit out of hand. Put it like this because otherwise you won't be able to see it. Yeah, okay. I don't even have enough room in here to show you them all. And yeah, 1 kilo hammer. So I guess at least for 3 of them videos are being made more or less at the same time, because I'm making videos as I actually need to use them. But from first impression, handle good, materials seem good, weld in here seems decent enough, apart from that hole where for sure we don't have a proper weld. But anyway, it's way more than enough. Yeah, we'll see in time. Okay, using this on some 3D printed PTFE plastic parts. I don't want to hit them with a metal hammer to not leave marks. I think this will not leave marks on them. I could use the rubber hammer, but I've seen it tends to bounce on some types of surfaces, and I feel like this is one of them, so this should be just fine. But first I need to put glue between them and then smack it. Okay, glue is in here. And let me see. Ooh, this is going really well. Okay. And honestly, from the sound of it, I think we are actually at the maximum level, but I'm going to still smack it for a bit. That's perfect. Good. And no marks. Or at least really faint marks compared to what a metal hammer would do to this top layer. And that's about it for this video. I honestly don't really even know its 100% main purpose, but for me it matters what I will use it for. Basically, I'm going to hit with it things that would get damaged by a metal hammer, and things that don't draw, I don't know how it's called in English, the term, that don't properly draw the rubber mallet, because it bounces off them. This still works on those. So yeah, good enough for me. Damage on it? Nah, minimal. I think this is from factory, I didn't do that. Just some marks from this, but again, a metal hammer would have completely smashed this top surface, made it look way worse than this made it. So for me, it's good use, but I will end the video here because it will take a long time until I will need it again, but when I do, I have it. So yeah, and cool, those little weights give it a bit of extra oomph when hitting something. That's about it. If you have any idea about, I don't know, a more sustained use for such a hammer where it's actually much better than other types, please tell me in the comments. But for me, stuff like this most likely. And yeah, subscribe to the channel, check out my other Parkside tool related videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.